What's up guys, Andrew here. Pricing was one of the hardest things in junk removal for me when first starting. And what made it annoying is that no YouTubers showed their pricing sheets. Well, I'm gonna show you everything. I wanna cover how to set your pricing, your extra fees, how to handle phone estimates, how I handle in-person sales, or at least tell my employees to handle them now. I wanna cover a bit of the sales psychology I use as well. I'm a bit wary of sharing this because, well, I don't want customers to think I'm scammy, because I'm definitely not. It's just how it is in this business, and I'd rather share all of my secrets. Pricing was one of the hardest things in junk removal for me when first starting, and what made it annoying is that no YouTubers showed their pricing sheets. Well, I'm going to. I also understand why they didn't show their pricing sheets, because every city is vastly different from just the markets and dump fees, prices, everything. But I still wish I saw something to kind of have something to compare to, something to work with. If you don't know who I am, my name's Andrew. I'm a serial entrepreneur, software engineer, and a junk removal business owner. I started a junk removal business in California as a stepping stone to return to my passion of technology and apps. I invite you guys to stick around, hang out, follow me on my journey from becoming a junk removal business titan to building a $1 billion home services app that's gonna compete with House Call Pro and Work Ease. So let's just get into it. How to price jobs. Pricing out jobs is fairly simple. You want to charge based on volume, an eighth, a sixth, a fourth, quarter, a half, so on. Every quarter includes 30 minutes of free labor. So a half load is 1 hour and a full load includes 2 hours of labor. I'll go over extra fees if one full load takes longer than 2 hours. You just need a little practice and you'll be able to look at any pile, any house, and know how much space it's gonna take up or how many loads in your truck or trailer. I called 1-800-GOT-JUNK to see their prices and I just went $200 less. That's all I did in the beginning. Now I match their pricing. However, when it comes to construction debris, concrete, roofing, tile, heavier machinery, I have an extra weight fee of $50 per quarter. So a full load of heavier junk would be an extra $200 on top. Tile and concrete though, if it's just pure tile and concrete, I only load up to the 1 to 2 foot mark on my truck, not all the way to the top. And that's considered a full load. Let's go over extra fees. Extra fees. This was the tricky one because nobody wanted to show their extra fees. I had no idea. Everybody talked about it, but I didn't know how much they were charging, what kind of extra fees. So I kind of just built my own extra fees list and made shit up. This is still something that I have not seen. I have not seen 1-800-GOT-JUNK's extra fees. I haven't seen anybody's extra fees. So this is kind of just my made up list that I've come up with over time. But there are extra fees for stairs, extra long distance, elevators plus long distance, bed bug fees, urine fees, feces fees, heavyweight fees, extra labor per person per hour fees, and bagging fees. Yes, if I'm sitting there bagging an entire house, there's extra fees. We don't do bed bugs anymore because now that I'm off the truck, we have multiple employees, it's more of a liability. Most employees just don't want to do it, not even if I give them the extra fee. So if a full load were to take 4 hours because they have shit scattered everywhere, it's $11.95 for a load, $200 for the extra labor for the 2 extra hours, $50 for bagging up to 10 bags. So the total would be $14.45. What I really hated when I was doing my research is nobody showed their pricing sheets. So here you go, pricing sheet, insert. Bing, 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 bing. Here is my pricing sheet for LA County. You will have to adjust. You could probably use this pricing in New York or LA, but most other states probably not. After about 2 months in business, I decided to call 30 companies, or I had somebody call 30 companies and record every single call, put it into an Excel sheet, hired somebody on Upwork.com for just a couple $100. So I have all of my 30 competitors' prices and recorded calls so I can hear their sales pitch. And at the end of the day, my prices were basically right up with 1-800-GOT-JUNK, and that's what I wanted. I'm not trying to be the cheapest, I'm trying to be the most fun, most awesome, and of course customer service, and stay in business. Eventually, when you feel confident enough and you have like a professional looking truck and you have your decals and you're the real deal, charge the same price as 1-800-GOT-JUNK. Okay, let's go over phone calls. I will just say this, JRA's got the best content for phone calls. I watched it all. They have a 1 hour long video, which is great, and then Melissa has a bunch of short 1 to 3 minute clip videos in a playlist, probably another hour of content. I will put the link in the description to all of those videos. You need to watch them all. If you watch all of those, you will basically know how I present on the phone or how I pitch on the phone. You try to avoid an estimate. You just give them the range. But I've decided I'm gonna make a separate video on this with real phone calls. Please comment below if you would like this, because I will record like 10 of my calls and put in my tips so you can hear me pitching on the phone. I will say one thing though, from the recordings of those 30 companies, I did learn one thing that was crazy. What I learned is they do not sound excited at all. They answer the phone like, hello? And I was flabbergasted that I would say a majority of those companies answered the phone just saying hello. Like they were bothered I was calling. You want to answer the phone like, hi, this is Andrew at Jedi Junk Removal. How can I help you? At least sound somewhat enthusiastic. That would just be my little tip for now. I mean, that's an obvious tip, but seriously, everybody seemed bothered. Unless it was like junk luggers or, you know, a franchise, they were trained. But most of the little companies in my area, they sounded so bothered. Don't be like that. Let's go over some of my discount and sales psychology. I don't think this is bad or scammy. I think it's just a little bit of sales psychology. So I don't include taxes in our prices. I have taxes built in. That's why I charge so much. I know some people charge tax. We don't. Don't charge tax or credit card fees included in your price. Don't charge taxes and use this to your advantage. Ever have a customer seem hesitant with the price? I would say, I'm not going to charge you taxes. Guess what? This saves you 10%. LA tax is expensive. When it comes to pay, I act as if I'm doing them a favor and taking taxes off. I mean, if they seem a little bit hesitant, by the way, sir, I'm not gonna charge you the 10% tax, so you're just paying the $11.95. That saves you like $120 in taxes. So tip number one. Tip number two, make sure your prices are high enough that you can eat 10% on every job. So $11.95 minus 10%, closer to $1,000 a load, I'm still fine. So to save that job, if I had to, I would say, sir, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna charge you the tax that saves you 10%, but I'm also gonna give you 10% off. So you're saving 20%. I don't ever do this for anybody. Or tell your employees like, hey, we're not supposed to do this. We're gonna give you the 5% veteran, the 5% senior discount. Don't tell my boss. You know, we're only allowed to do this once a week, but you're really cool. So you're effectively giving them 20% off. So if your prices are high enough that you can eat 10% on every job, you're effectively giving them 20% off. It works like a charm. I don't think it's scammy. I just don't charge tax and I use that to my advantage. So that's tip one, don't charge tax. Tip two, 10% off. Tip number three is upsells. Upsells is another way to use psychology. You always want to add as many possible upsells as you can because you need to make the money off the extra work you're doing. Stairs cost extra work. Long distance costs extra work. Extra labor costs extra work. Extra weight. So I'll add on like $300 in extra fees. And if I can't save the job or they're hesitant about it and they see the pricing sheet with all the extra fees, right? Not only use the, you know what, I'm not gonna charge you 10% tax. You know, that saves you $100 of taxes. I'm gonna give you the 5% senior, 5% veteran, you're effectively saving 20%. These $300 in up fees and extra labor fees, I'm just gonna charge you the 100 out of the 300 in extra fees. I'm saving you $500 right now. Works every time. Tip number three, use upsells to your advantage. So you can start tagging them on, and of course you want to get the upsells, but you can drop them to save the job. This all only works is if your pricing is high enough to where you can eat the 10%. If your full load price is $700, increase the price so it includes your tax and you can eat 10%. So jump it to 600. If you charge tax, up the price. Stop charging taxes. Use tax to your advantage. I hope these tips help, guys. I'm gonna do a whole nother video on phone calls. But if this helps anybody, please comment, like, and subscribe. It really helps me a lot. It lets me know that you guys want more content. And please, 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 please join my Discord channel. I will put a link in the description because I am trying to start a Discord channel for all of us to share and learn from each other. The Facebook groups are great, but sometimes in the beginning when I was learning, I was wishing there was a more real-time chat when I had questions, like whenever I wanted to get a bid on a photo, I would send photos to the Facebook group, but I'd have to wait 2 days for somebody to reply because I didn't know what to charge. So I'm trying to build a Discord community. So please join, would mean a lot to me. And as always, toodles!